everyone.
Young blood made of gold, a mind you can't control. Running wild, can't come down. My head is in the clouds. Gotta keep this feeling, keep on breathing, even if we're slipping away. So I close my eyes and lose myself now. Do it like it's only today. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. For a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this. We got a party for a lifetime. No, we ain't stopping for the sunrise. No, we don't care about the bad nights. For a second I can feel like this. Make me feel like this.
All ready?
I'm on my last straw. I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeding your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place in this faulty game. And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind. And I won't let you go. I need you by my side.
Yes, you get extra credit, Turtle. There'll be a lot of dance at the end of this.
I'm gone, so don't run from the truth. You're lost, now I know you played me just like a flute. I still can't believe you had me on a leash,
Carol.
cutting all my teeth with all the lies you bring. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind, and I won't let you go. I need you by my side.
Estelle, Alexis, Nan, Karen, Hello, Robin, Drew, Sonia.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown, but we both know how to swim, no worries, let's go for now. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it slow. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. I'm on my last straw, I'm broken and I'm woken up. I'm done feeling your lies. I've had enough. I can't run your place.
Mic was down. Thank you. I was on the wrong mic.
And all the words you speak mean nothing more to me. 'Cause let's start over now. Rewind. And I won't let you go. I need you by my side.
Well, hello, Pearls. How is everyone doing today? Hope you are well out there in YouTube land, wherever you are. Today is June 24th, 2024, 5:10 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. It's great to see you all. Thank you for joining me. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube or in the world, and you chose to be here. And I'm absolutely thankful for each of you. Thank you all for the love in chat. It's really good to see you all. Hello, hello, hello. Please consider hitting that thumbs up. I greatly appreciate it. Become a member if you can. It always helps out. Thank you so much, Misty. Do faint. I am here on, I think you mean do not faint. Do not faint. I'm here on time. YouTube ain't hating today. Got my notification for you live. Hey, we're doing good. Hey, Justin Hun, K and C are foot for mistreating Sebastian. I agree. That is my opinion too. I gotcha. I absolutely agree. So we have been doing a lot of research since yesterday, and a few things that I want to do. I want to speak about a little bit. Um, we are going to be going live later this evening. I haven't got it scheduled yet. Um, I may move one of the shows around. Today is Michael Monkey Vaughn, Michael Joseph Vaughn, affectionately known as Monkey. Today is his birthday, and Michael has been missing since July 25th, 2021. And we are sending Brandy, Tyler, and the family lots of love from our channel, all of us here, to you guys in Idaho. Um, Summer and Michael are very close to a lot of our hearts. And we're going to be speaking on the case this evening and, giving our well wishes, covering the case, putting it out there, and speaking about it. So there's that. So I will probably be moving the next show that I have this evening up, and we'll be speaking about Monkey Michael Vaughn this evening. So if you can please join us uh, for that, I would greatly appreciate it. Um, okay, one second. Where did you send it, my dear? Oh, hold on. Can you send that? Can you send me a link to that? Because I can't. It'll dox your phone number if I do that. And let me see if it'll let me send. No, it won't let me make the video bigger. So whoever just sent me that video, if you could just please email me that, send me a link to that. If you have a link to it, you can text it to me, and we'll go over that as well. Um, so there's that. I sent you a chart with all the info you've given me. Oh, okay. Thank you, Truth Seeker. Let me see if I can find that very quick. We got a lot to speak on. We were speaking last night um, on some dates that some interesting things were going on. Um, bear with me one second. I apologize, guys. I just want to make sure I am looking at this correctly. Okay, that's not it. Bear with me one second. Um, Truth Seeker, which email address did you send that to? I'm not seeing it. Nope, I'm not seeing it in either one of mine. But it could be some. What's that? Oh wow. Haven't seen this. Oh, I got you. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I'll show it here in just a sec. But if you can get that to me, Truth Seeker, I would appreciate it. So, today we're going to be looking at some maps. And I know it's so hot, isn't it, Rhonda? It is so stinking hot. So stinking hot. Thank you for that, Misty. Really do appreciate it. Thank you, Soldier Girl. Really appreciate it. Justin, uh, know why CP didn't want to interview with a lad with a lipstick. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. That's what I said. Start with the guy with lipstick and work your way up to the real masculine men. You know what I mean? So work your way up. Why not, Chris? Why not? So there is that. Also being stated. Oh, okay. Also, we are going to be speaking on. If I get time, I'm going to try to schedule it for tonight. We're going to be speaking on Estefani Rodriguez case. There has been a bunch of stuff uh, going on with that. Um, just craziness. Or a lady with a mustache. That works too. Lady with a mustache. Who's the lady with a mustache? I don't know. I mean, I got to shave, that's for sure. But anywho, I kid. All right, so I was looking at New York, kitty cat. Thank you so much for the pearls. Oh my God, pearls look absolutely amazing on you. Thank you so much, my dear. Would y'all please welcome our New York kitty, our New York kitty, to the channel as a new family member. Welcome. Thank you so much for your support. Really do appreciate it, my love. Thank you. All right, let's look at some things. They did show us the map with Nick Barris, and while they were in the control room and all of that. And I spoke with someone who knows a lot about more about these maps than I certainly do. And there was one thing that, now this is at the very end of whenever they, kind of ended the searching. There's a lot there. This is fixed wing aircrafts from the TBI, which is incredible, by the way. Those cameras that they have on there are incredible. You can literally see a field mouse hopping through the forest. What is that? What was that little song when we were kids? Little bunny foo foo, I don't want to see you. Remember that one? That just, when I said field mouse, that just popped in my head. I know I'm random, but that's what it reminded me of when I said that. But you can literally see some, you know, a lot of things here. This is people. I think in the very beginning there was 100 and some people on the ground. See, you can tell some of us knew that song when we were kids and probably sung it to our own kids. Big Apple Kitty. That sounds like a stage name. Will you please welcome Big Apple Kitty? Sorry. Anywho, but they were doing a 5 mile radius. 5 mile radius. And it's interesting how Chris and Katie, especially Chris, he's spoke about this a little bit more, a lot more than Katie, period. But, he's like, I think Sebastian might be a little bit outside of that. Now, I do personally, in my opinion, think he's out of this where they were searching. I don't think he got out of the area by himself, being barefooted. Christy Thomas, thank you so much, my dear, for becoming a pearl. You are Our pearls are classy people, aren't they? Thank you, Drew. Our pearls are classy. Thank you so much, Christy Thomas, for becoming a pearl. Thank you for supporting the channel. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. Y'all, please welcome Christy Thomas as our new pearl member. Pearls look amazing on you, Christy, by the way. Um, something Coco Chanel said it something about pearls. I forget. It's like or maybe it was Jackie Kennedy. Either one of them, they're classy. But it was like I don't know, something about pearls. I'll have to look it up later and let you know. I just want to unsubscribe just to keep becoming a new pearl every day. So, you're sweet. Thank you so much. It's been strange because I've had people say that they have been unsubscribed like automatically from the channel and they have to resubscribe. Thank you, Spunky. So, that's kind of weird. But anyway, we're looking at this map. There is a lot to unpack. I was on the phone almost 2 hours last night looking at these maps, speaking to someone um, who knows how to, read what some of the dots are, um, and all of that. I don't get updates. I try to check periodically. Make sure, Karen, make sure you nobody unsubscribe right now because I've got it like on a day subscriber, so you won't be able to speak otherwise. But if you make sure you have your bell, maybe refresh your bell. Sometimes you can go from like make sure it's on all always, and then if it's on all and it's still not giving you notifications, put it on personalized and then put it back on all and see if that helps. So that could be something. That could be it. Friend up at 6, so I'll be on 30 minutes. Okay, Christina, thank you, my dear. All right, and one thing we were noticing now, or let me see if I can see it. My eyes are so bad. Here is the home, right? Right here in the green, right here in the green. Now, obviously, people are going, this was day one. This is day one, right? When you see here. But, and of course, you're going to search more around the home, especially in the beginning. But, I mean, look at how far they went out, and so they would, definitely overlap what, to cover ground for sure. And one thing that we kept noticing about these maps, and I don't want to pretend that I'm an expert in these maps or anything. These are just my opinions. But I still thought it was very interesting, and the person that I was speaking to noticed it. Actually, she's the one brought it up. Is they everything they keep all of like they're looking more toward like the west, um maybe even northwest, I think. And you can see where like the planes are, where the like the scribbles, these are all either helicopters or fixed wing planes or drones or whatever. And it is constantly, I mean, obviously it's going to be around the house, but it's not even. Everything is up through here. Do they have some sort of day one, they probably don't have much, right? Here is day two. And then we move on to day three. Whoops, let me see here. And everything is the more toward the west, right? Like, yes, there is things down here, but it seems like they are focused more toward the west of the home, um, if you ask me. Now, do they have any intelligence, any evidence that there is reason to believe? Did they now, whenever, for instance, they can get phone pings back very quickly, very quickly. It's literally, they can make a, obviously get a warrant, make a call, and they can get the phone pings uh, back pretty quickly, pretty quickly. The preliminary, I should say, the preliminary pings, if you will. Um, I don't know how far it will give them back, but within the last so many hours. So if they were looking into pings, they would be able to get, uh, not if they looking from pings from a phone they no longer use. And AZ, we are going to get into that. We are going to get into that in just a moment, because we found some things that is very interesting, if you ask me. Very interesting. Um, very interesting. Oh my God. Try Angel. Thank you so much for gifting a pearl necklace. You are amazing. If you received that pearl necklace from our beloved Triangel, please give Triangel a big, big thank you from both of us. Thank you, Triangel, and welcome to our new pearl. Thank you so much, Triangel, for your support. Really do appreciate it. Thank you very much, my dear. And y'all, please welcome our new pearl on behalf of Triangel. Thank you, my dear. All right, Robert, did you get it? Did you get it? There we go. Okay. All right. So, they're it seems like they are focusing a lot more toward the east of the house, maybe a little bit northeast, and some, you know, south, but not northeast. What am I saying? North, sorry, more west of the house. I apologize. More west of the house, north of the house, uh, in that area. And this is day three of the search. But by the end of it, which I don't know if I have the map on me right now, but by the end of it, I mean, of course they're focusing everywhere, but it is more west. They have focused more west. And I don't know why. I mean, I couldn't tell you why. I can't tell you why. You made a live. Thank you, Kimberly. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Um, but they have different things marked, in how, I mean, it is. I need to find the other map. Maybe I have it somewhere. Spirit Seeker, do you know where that thing you sent me was? Anyone? Try something here real quick. Still don't think I got it. Oh, okay, I got it. I found it. I found it. I think I found it. All right. So, anywho, I just thought that is interesting. Now, again, we have no idea why it is focused more east, west. Shoot, I'll say it in a minute. Right, west, more west of the house. Um, Mama Bear wants you to check your email, Justin. Which one did she send it to? Because I don't see anything from her. I don't, my darlings. Oh, I need to show y'all something really important. Okay, well, let me play this while I am getting you, while I'm looking for that. I believe he's on the Bower Sox land. Really? Nothing would surprise me.
Heading missing juvenile, 1008 Stafford Court, 1008 Stafford Court, Hendersonville. Caller advised that their 15-year-old girl is not in the bed. We are white male, 30 blonde hair, approximately 5 foot, 120 pounds. I was going to be wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants. Juvenile does have a form of autism. It's the first time it happened. I was going to be in the home before midnight. The doors are locked at this time.
10-4 now.
Supervisor unit.
Well,
12, ahead.
3 hour out.
Supervisor unit.
8-5, clear verbal warning.
Gas clear verbal.
All right, now we're going to go through this. I just wanted to play it one good
Heading
time through.
missing juvenile, 1008 Stafford Court.
Have a missing juvenile, 1008 Stafford Court.
1008 Stafford Court, Hendersonville. Caller advised that their 15-year-old girl is not in the bed.
Caller advises the 15-year-old is not in the bed. Not in the bed. Now, as you see, dispatch, Crystal, you would probably know this. Had Chris called 911, I mean, are they the dispatch? Do they send it to the police, or is dispatch? I think it's something separate, but I just want to ask. He is calling a non-emergency, maybe even a police officer buddy. From what I understand, this is a dispatch call where there is a boy with a bag over his head in the car. I don't know about that.
We are white male, 30 blonde hair, approximately 5 foot, 120 pounds.
All right, 15-year-old male, dirty blonde hair, 115 pounds. Not in his bed. They didn't say that they ran
I was
away.
going to be wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants.
He's going to be wearing a black sweatshirt and black sweatpants. I don't know anything. Our 911 sends the calls to my dispatch if it belongs to us, but 912 dispatch for our local sheriff's department. Okay. Thank you so much, dispatch. Crystal? Okay. I was like, maybe that's a code. I didn't know. I was like, I don't know. I'll just say it.
You know, those have a form of autism. It's the first time it happened. I'm going to be in the home before midnight. The doors are locked at this time. Just warming up. Oh, mercy, yeah. Close. Close, okay?
All right, I need to play that again.
I'm going to be in the home before midnight. You know, those have a form of autism.
What did they say there?
You know, those have a form of autism. You know, those have a form of autism.
Do you know what they're saying there? I can't understand that. I can't understand that. Does anyone know?
You know, those have a form of autism.
Does anyone know? I don't know if I can. Let me download it, maybe.
It's the first time it happened. I'm going to be in.
First time it happened. I think it's something about a bed. Juvenile does have a form of autism. Okay. Juvenile has a form of autism. Okay.
It's the first time it happened.
This is the first time it happened.
I'm going to be in the home before midnight. The doors are locked at this time. I'm going to be in the home before midnight.
Are they saying gonna be in the home before midnight? Is that what they're saying?
The doors are locked at this time.
The doors are locked at this time. The doors are locked at this time. So Chris would have had to have told the officer or the person on the phone all of this information, right? And I'll be honest with you, Katie said she was on the call, but I don't believe that personally. At least I don't believe she was on there the entire time. Last seen at home before midnight. In home at night, doors are locked.
Just warming up.
10-4 en route.
Oh, mercy, yeah. Close. Close, okay? We are out. Just mercy, yeah. If I put verbal warning. Yeah, do you remember?
Let me see if I can play it and slow it down a little bit. I don't know if this will, you guys will be able to hear this. Sometimes when I play it through this, it doesn't, mic doesn't work. I don't know why, but all right. Let's see. Can y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that? Oh, thank you, MS. Thank you so very much, my love. How would they know what he was wearing that early on? She never even checked on him after he went to his bedroom. Yes. But the first story was actually, y'all can't hear it? Damn it. I don't know why it does that. Mm. Okay. Well, we won't do that. We won't do that. There was a very first story, and it wasn't what. Let me see if I can find it. Uh, it's very interesting what she allegedly told the neighbors first, and I have it somewhere. That just made me think of that, and we'll play it. Um, Give me 2 seconds. Let me just sort through this. I want to know. Okay. I'm going to email it to myself. Now, this was very, very early on. And it's very interesting. Okay. Jaw dropper. Um, what's the jaw dropper? Can you, Tracy? Can you tell me what's in there, like a timestamp? If that's okay. Come on, man. If not, I'll just read it to you. Let's move along, sister. All right, I'll read it to you. It says the following. I was told by a close by neighbor that morning she saw Katie outside with police when she went to take her kids to school. She stopped and asked what happened. Katie told her she told Sebastian to go to bed around 9 o'clock. She fell asleep on the couch, never mentioning the conversation between her and Chris. Woke up at 11:30 at night, went in to check on Sebastian, which she previously said she didn't do anymore now that he's older. He must have been awake because his light or a light was on, according to the neighbor's ring camera. Remember, that light was on and it turns off. And then allegedly, you can see Katie like walking into the kitchen or something, and another light goes off. She said she told Sebastian to go to bed. He had to get up the next morning. She walks across her house to go to the room to her bed. Go to her room to go to bed, rather. As she's walking through the kitchen, she hears a loud noise. She yells back at Sebastian, asking him what that was. He says, "Nothing, Mom, go to bed." So she does. According to the neighbor close to them, their ring camera shows the lights going on and off because it's so dark. This neighbor also mentions seeing a silhouette in the front room, possibly dining room window, for a couple minutes. Then all the lights go off. Neither Chris nor Katie ever mentioned any of that. So, why did the story change? What is wrong with my email, y'all? Like, seriously, I've sent it twice. It's so annoying. Come on, Google. Let me just try this. Now, I wonder, because we hear the thing that we hear about Katie in every story is go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. I don't care what you're doing. Go to sleep. Did you do this? No, mom, I'm fine. Go to sleep. It's late. Go to sleep. Was she looking for him room to room? Doesn't say that. Doesn't say that. Um, she allegedly told the neighbor, okay, finally I got it. I think. Pretty sure. Okay. All right, I got it. Let me show you here. Oh my goodness, Misty, I'm so sorry, my dear. Uh okay, thank you, MS. Misty, thank you so very much, my dear. Wrong one. There we go. Justin, did you notice the last pic taken of Sebastian taken at BJ's on Saturday before Monday being reported missing? Sebastian has a bruise, in my opinion. That's why Katie didn't use the last known pic for the missing report. Yes, and the bruise is right here. It's right here. It is right here. In my opinion, it looks like a fingerprint. Could be, may not be. Maybe he just hurt himself. I don't know. But he didn't go outside or anything to hurt himself that I'm aware of. Um, Selena, thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate your support. Thank you, lovely. And thank you again, my dear. It's so sweet. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate it. Keeping my channel going. Thank you. The truth never changes, but lies do. Exactly, West. Exactly. All right. All right. So here it is. Let me pull it over here. Thank you so much. Let's go through this again. We've got a lot to cover today, guys. So batten down the hatches. I was told by a close neighbor that morning she saw Katie outside with police when she went to take her kids to school. She stopped and asked what happened. Katie told her she told Sebastian to go to bed around 9 o'clock. So that is consistent. 9 o'clock, right? That is consistent with every story that I'm aware of. Am I wrong? Let me know. That she has said. Snacks. Because, snacks. And have snacks. Snacks. Sorry. I love to say that too much. Around 9 o'clock, she fell asleep on the couch. Okay. Now we sort of know that, Katie says now that she was talking on the phone. She was reading a book and she was falling asleep. Okay. Now, I don't know how, and I really believe this. One of them has to be a lie of those three things, in my opinion, because you cannot speak to someone for 2 to 3 hours on the phone while you're reading. Hey, Thomas. And then also sleep. There's no phone call till like the third interview. No, no. From the first interview, we know from the first interview. I'm going to give credit where credit is due. Well, just the information. Chris says from the beginning that they were on the phone call, and he says it was very lengthy. That is his words. Our phone call was very lengthy. Mom starts slightly dozing off. I told mom to go to bed, to put up the dogs and go to bed. Mom did. Mom wakes up the next morning to get her son to go to school, and son wasn't there. And now we have a mom who's desperately trying to find her son. Right. So now, from the first interview, they have stated that they were on the phone. That's the truth. However, the thud was not on the radar until Smiley's interview. It wasn't a thud. I apologize. She said I could hear him in his room, like messing around. The thud came along in Nancy Grace's interview because Nancy describe the sound, right? And we asked, on Smiley's, what the sound was like, and she said it just sounded like he was in there messing in the room. She didn't describe it as a thud, but according to one of the neighbors here in the very early days, there was a sound. It was like a noise. Yeah, it was. He said it was just a noise of him in there. It wasn't nothing to be alarmed about. It was just a noise where he was in there in his room. Right? So there's that. Lino Me says, I have been bothered. On May 17th, I captured a video of a teen wearing those pants. I didn't get the photo. His face, his hair was kind of dark. He was with a man around 50 plus, also wearing a cap. Was he wearing glasses? I don't see a join button. You got to tell me how to join. I was able to send sticker. Oh, Selena, could one of the mods please drop the link? We have a family member who's wanting to join. Hey, Bees, good to see you, dear. Yeah. So, all right, let's continue this. She fell asleep on the couch, and that is something that Chris said first interview. She slightly fell asleep. Now, check your mail for play-by-play dispatch. Oh, gotcha. Thank you, Nashville, my love. Which one did you send it to? You send it to All Justice or the Tips? Oh, I got it. Never mind. I got it. All right. 3 minutes is important. Someone said, okay. Okay. Thank you. We'll play that next. We'll play that next. Okay. God, we got a lot to cover. All right. We got some stuff about phone lines in a little bit. She fell asleep on the couch, never mentioned the conversation between her and Chris. Woke up around 11:30. So she never mentioned a conversation about her and Chris, but she wakes up at 11:30. Now, that is very important. That is very important in my opinion. 11:30 is important. because what did Chris and Katie say? That they went, mom slightly starts falling asleep. And this is, I mean, if you're and then mom goes to bed right around midnight. Well, here she is saying that she's waking up at 11:30, not going to sleep, right? She woke up at 11:30. They were getting off the phone at around 11:30, 11:45, according to them. There is discrepancies between PF 11:30 and midnight. Yes. So, right, like if you're on the phone from 9:56 to, just before midnight, half of them have not hit the like button yet. What is wrong with me? Come on, hit the like button. Come on, hit the like button. Just a tip. Tap it, tap it, tap it, tap it. Come on. Hit me, baby, one more time. Come on, come on. Um, thank you, Cynthia. Thank you. Um, thank you for guys for hitting the like button. And if it's a hater out there, pretend it's the middle finger. Okay. Thank you. All right. Moving along. So Katie says, or sorry, Chris says right around midnight or slightly before midnight, Katie is falling asleep. He tells her, since you're falling asleep, put up the dogs, go to bed. Well, she's saying that she wakes up at 11:30. Slightly falling asleep is one thing, but if you're at the, if he goes to bed at 9 and you're kind of falling asleep right after that till 11:30, that's, you get what I'm saying? That's two different things. So that story cannot be consistent, or isn't consistent rather. All right. So either you woke up at 11:30 or you were slightly falling asleep at 11:30. One of the two. Went to check on Sebastian. Now that is huge. That is huge because what do parents do? You check on your kids every single night. Every single night, usually multiple times, right? What do you do whenever, it doesn't matter, what their age is, you check on them. That's what you do. If you're asleep, right, and you wake up and you just fall asleep and you don't know what day it is, year it is, or anything, you sleep real deep. We've all been there. What is this, 1992? Where's my windbreakers? Right? And you wake up, you jump on your feet, and you go check your kid. Right? It happened to all of us. Before bed, you check on your kid. It's what you do. So she is telling the neighbor here, allegedly, she wakes up at 11:30. Katie boot scoots and boogies right in there to Sebastian. That sounds like a normal thing. That sounds normal, that story. So why did it change to something that doesn't sound normal? You get what I mean? Yeah, I fell asleep on the couch. I woke up 11:30, went in there and checked on him. That sounds normal. Why would you change it to know he might be in there doing something with his, because of his age, which was a horrible thing to say? Knock on the door. That's all you do. Are you decent? Knock on the door. Chris took over the narrative. Maybe. Maybe. Perhaps. But that sounds normal. You 11:30, you wake up. Oh, let me go check on my kid. You okay? If they're sleeping, if they're not, go to bed. Right? But this is where things could have gotten really bad. Perhaps. Perhaps. Not saying it did, just running a theory here. Could she have went in there at 11:30 and been so mad that Sebastian wasn't in bed, wasn't asleep? Or could she have been so tired that day after running around all weekend, a lot of running, and he was just going 90 miles an hour when they got home? She said he in one of the interviews that when they got home, he took the trash out and he was playing in his room. And at 9 o'clock, she tells him to go to bed. He did. And then she laughs. Now, a 15-year-old going to bed at 9 o'clock is very early. And that's right, Stephanie. Justin, my son, doesn't live here anymore. And I hear a noise. I run and check, knowing nothing up there. That is the reason God gave us ears, right? Is to hear, right? Hear things, right? And when we hear something that is in our home or around our home that doesn't sound like it should be there, something sounds out of place, our ears tell our brain that's not supposed to be here, or that sound doesn't sound right. So tells our brain to tell our eyes to look in the direction of where that sound is coming from. Right? It's fight or flight kind of thing. It's a human instincts. We hear anything we hear, right? Anytime we hear a sound, someone speaks to us, right? We hear where the voice is coming from and we look. Our brain tells us which direction usually that the audio is coming from, and then we look. Neurology lesson, yes. So that is what we do, right? It's why when we were caveman and a freaking saber-tooth tiger, or whatever was coming at us, we run like a mother chicken. Our little tom tom, or whatever thing we were carrying. I don't know what the hell they were called. Mother chicken, you ain't getting me today. I just bought some lip liner. I want to look good for this mother chicken tonight. You know what I mean? You are not gonna get me. Mm-mm. I do not want that saber-tooth tiger to get me. I got a date tonight in Flintstone. Okay, that's normal. That's what we're supposed to do. Tomahawk. Thank you. I said Tom Tom for advertisement. You want okay? So that is what we do. All right. So I wonder, was there a freak out that could have happened at 11:30? Or because we know that Katie said, thank you, Holly. Katie said that 9 o'clock she told him to go to bed, and he did. Well, what does he take before he goes to bed? Otherwise, he's not going to go to bed. What does he take? He takes his medicine. Takes his medicine. Now, how much did he take? No one has ever asked Katie that I'm aware of to this day. Was he given his medicine before bed? Was he? You would think so. We're going to learn. We got to learn, Stace. We got to learn. We got to learn. That's why we're here. Does anyone in their circle drive a really big, nice white truck? I don't know. Hey, doll. How are you? Just a 15-minute break. We only got 15 minutes with you. Let me speak to him. See, we got important things. No shower, no meds. No shower, no meds. Well, when's the last time he took a shower? When's the last time he took a shower? And slept in his clothes and his hoodie too, Justin. Well, so let's talk about that. Chris and Katie said, I believe it might have been on Queen Bee's or Clues, that he was wearing, and I know nothing about Star Wars, like I literally know nothing about Star Wars, nothing, but it was Baby Yoda. I can remember that, but it was another name for Baby Yoda. Meds were taken at dinner, in my opinion. That could be a good point, and a very fair point, MHO. Maybe she wanted to take him out to eat, get his belly full, right? Been a long weekend, give him his medicine so he will go to bed. Right? Perhaps. Justin, in my opinion, the time frame has gotten tighter again. I think Sebastian was overloaded and could not regulate. So it was more challenging to get him to go to bed. Argument incurred led to altercation, ? Seth drives a white truck and the front lights flash. Yeah, but he also drives a thing with a First of all, Seth is not involved. He's just not. He's just not. I mean, he could not have physically done anything. He just couldn't have. Whether, I mean, you know, I have completely disagreed with Seth on certain things, but I don't believe he did anything. I just don't. And we knew where he was. Now, you know, that's just my opinion. Now, you can believe whatever you want to believe. I don't try to make anyone believe anything. You feel how you feel. Um, I can't think of another time or case that I have seen a parent not immediately get involved and get out there and scream and shout or whatever they've had to do with their child. Go back 3 years and you will see Don and Candace Wells. And those are the only two that I have seen. Like, really, like where their kids are missing. Yeah, that's into I can see. So woke up at 11:30, went to check on Sebastian, which she previously said that she didn't do anymore now that he's older. In another interview, he must have been awake because his light or a light was on, according to the neighbor's ring camera. Okay, so it sounds like Sebastian's light was on. We got 749. Come on, let's get it to 1,000. Come on. Come on. It just takes less than not even a second. You just got to hit that little X if you're on your phone. Hit that little X. Okay. And just, it'll take you out of the chat. And then just hit that thumbs up. And then just hit chat again. That's it. That's all. Will you please hit the thumbs up? I'm working here. Come on. Hit it. Okay. So it sounds like Sebastian's light was on at 11:30 with the tip like Tony. Sorry. Sorry. To throw up for a sec. Oh my God, Holly. Thank you so much. Thank you, my love. Appreciate you, Holly. Thank you so much, Holly, for gifting 5 pearl necklaces. You are amazing. You know what happens if someone gives 5 or more pearl necklaces. Got some paperwork to do. Where is my pin? I need to find my pin around here because we have to do an application process. Let's go.
This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 express train. The next stop is Fulton Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors.
Beep,
please.
mother chickens.
My body aches to be satisfied. My weakness comes and goes. My weakness comes and goes.
Thank you so much, Holly, for gifting 5 pearl necklaces. Really appreciate you. And if you received one of those pearl necklaces, please thank our beloved, sweet Holly. And I finished up the paperwork, and your application is indeed Approved. Welcome along to our new 5 pearl necklaces, thanks to Holly. Could it have been a flashlight in the bedroom? Very good question. Very good question. I mean, maybe? Maybe? You're number 860. Thank you, Yorkshire. What happened? It has no consequences for what she did. Shame on her, Pamela says, but God will take care of her. I truly believe he is with God. He may be. Seth said he had a voice message and a text. The text said, 911, call me, both from Chris and Katie. Yes. One said, please don't be mad or please don't be angry. Thank you, Nurse Sandy. Hope you're feeling well, honey. Hope you're doing okay. All right. She said she told Sebastian to go to bed. So this would have been at 11:30. Now, if she wakes up at 11:30 and she finds him in his room awake, assuming it is awake and not too much medicine, right? Then she could have gotten angry. You know, why the hell are you not in bed? Or medicine, potentially. Or none of the above. Don't know. He must have been awake because his light or the light was on, according to the neighbor's ring camera. She said she told Sebastian to go to bed. So it sounds like the neighbor really did tell, or sorry, the neighbor really did, Katie really did tell the neighbor this. And she kind of after she looked on the camera, it appears that after that a light went out and then she went to like the dining room area. That's what it sounds like. Maybe not. She said she told Sebastian go to bed. He had to get up the next morning, which he, you know, at 11:30, he's going to have to be up in what, 6.5 hours. Where's his, hey guys, hold on. Can y'all wait for just a few minutes? I'm so sorry. I've got someone at my door. Is, is that okay? I got a serviceman at my door. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. Do you want me to play something? Let me play something. I can play the intro. I'm so sorry. Okay. I am so sorry, my dears. So sorry. I had delivery. A washing machine. Woo! We got 904 likes. I need just 96 of you to find it in your heart. WWJD. Come on. Let's do it. Okay. All right. We are back and better than ever. 912. That's right. We're getting there. Question: does anyone believe the dogs would have not been barking if they hear a thud in the house, especially because they are small? They tend to be barkers. If there is a thud in the house, those dogs, little Yorkies, bark like a mofo. Hakuna Matata to you, Lacey. Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata. We're 947. That's right. 90 more likes and Witchy Mama quits nagging. Me too. All right. She said that Sebastian to go to bed, he had to be up the next morning. She walks across her house to go to her room to go to bed. Now remember, this is around allegedly 11:30 to close to midnight. As she's walking through the kitchen, probably the dining room actually, she hears a loud noise. Now, I would have checked, but she yells back at Sebastian and asked him what that was, like meaning the noise. He says, "Nothing, Mom. Go to bed." So she does. Now, let's think about this. This is a large house. It's 11:30 at night. Yes, tells her to go to bed. "Nothing, Mom. Go to bed." Let's see here. She hears a loud sound. She yells back at Sebastian, ask him, "What was that?" He says, "Nothing, Mom. Go to bed." Now that is different, right? That's different. He's telling her to go to bed rather than her telling him to go to bed. But regardless, we know that something made a loud sound that night. Something made a loud sound that night. What was it? I don't know. But there is carpeting in Sebastian's room, right? What could possibly make a loud sound that she would hear on the other middle to the other, moving toward the other, the opposite side of this house? What would it be? Now, I always believe that this generally when someone is lying in true crime, we know the structure of, meaning the general outline of what happened that evening or that day. Now, Katie always says she always starts with Sunday. Always starts with Sunday. We had a great day that day. fun fact, I made breakfast. We talked to cousins. We went to the arcade. We went to uh, grocery shopping. He likes to try the samples. We went home, put away the groceries. We went to uh, Texas Steakhouse. He got fish. We came home. And then it gets very vague after that, the closer we get. And and you will notice as well, you will notice this as well. Everything that they say that happened that day, they talk about it very loose, very casual, because it happened. It happened. Picked up the niece, yeah. But as you move on into the evening, what happens? What happens? You'll tell us you made breakfast. We talked to the cousins. He likes to brag. He likes to try the samples. He went to the arcade. He took his shoes and forgot them, and then he had to take them back allegedly. But as it pumps into that evening, they start getting more rigid about the story. Everything's more rigid. How they are speaking about it. Because when you know something and you've lived through something that entire day, and nothing is nefarious, potentially, there's nothing to be uptight about. Nothing. At all. But damn, after they arrived home, he came home, he went to his room. I told him to go to bed at 9 o'clock. He did. I hear a thump. I'm talking to my husband. I wake him up the next morning, is what she says, and he's not there. Could you tell us a little bit more? 1,000 app. Let's go ahead. Let's party. Thank you all for 1,000 likes. You guys are absolutely phenomenal. I knew you would not let me down. So for that, you get to hear Chris.
Christopher! Oh, Grace! Oh, Grace! Christopher! Christopher! Oh, Grace! Christopher!
Snacks, because, he's 15 and snacks. Snacks, because, he's 15 and snacks. Snacks, because, he's 15.
Something that I believe we're pervy to. Something that I believe we're pervy to. Something that I believe we're pervy to.
Wow. Okay. I mean, yeah. Even a fly, and he's like, oh! Okay. I mean, yeah.
Remember, first interview that they
like,
did with the news. Does that look like the interview of a first
something that I believe we're pervy
family
to. Something
that
I believe we're pervy to. Something that
isn't that weird?
Pervy to.
In my opinion.
Wow. Okay. I mean, yeah. Even a fly, and he's like, oh! Okay. I mean, yeah. Even a fly, and he's like, oh!
Excuse me. So there's that. Truth Sleuth, thank you so very much, my dear. Appreciate you, my love. If Sebastian was in his room, there are only a handful of things that would be loud enough for her to hear. Furniture falling out of bed, something fell off a wall, door slam, something thrown, in my opinion. It would have to be significant. Thank you for that, Truth Sleuth. Thank you, my dear. You're absolutely right. Thank you, Canadian. It's very sweet. You'd be so nervous and anxious, though, through the roof. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. So what was this thud? What was this thud? And this is the thing that nobody has asked Katie. There's a couple questions that, and I'll give you one because that she'll probably watch this and find an answer, in my opinion. So I can't give them all out. But what could it have been in that room, Katie, that made that sound? Tell us. What is all in his room that could have made that sound? Right? There's only a certain amount of things in a room that would be that heavy. Right? So what was it? Describe the thud sound. Right? I don't think a picture even falling off the wall, hitting the carpet, is going to make a thud. We know that he didn't go out the window. We know that he didn't go out the back door because he didn't have a key to lock it. And every other door other than the front door, he couldn't have locked. And we know the front door and the neighbor's door is closer to the front door than it is the driveway. And you could see a shadowy figure even walk in the driveway. The snake cage was all given away. Everything. I've got some receipts on that, by the way. Do you think she's trying to make him sound sneaky in order to go along with the runaway narrative? I think, like I said earlier, whenever something is going on, they give us the foundation of what happened that day. Like, we know the general outline of what happened that day. But they thread in, when we get to something happening, in my opinion, they thread in something that they think is going to make sense, but it really doesn't, such as a thud. Well, something was obviously happening. A thud. What was that thud? In my opinion, it was something very big that happened around that time. I think, in my opinion, there is a lie wrapped around. In my opinion, someone's not being all the way truthful. And she says, Katie is asking in this, well, what's the sound? Or, what's going on, Sebastian? Nothing, Mom. Go to bed. Well, That is allegedly what Katie told the neighbor. Remember, neighbor said a silhouette was seen in front room that night. So that same camera should pick up Sebastian. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it picked up, uh, well, I mean, Chris even said that if someone walked up to the front door, meaning a stranger, that the camera picks it up. It picked up the silhouette in the driveway, and the camera is closer to their front door than it is that driveway. And it obviously covers the entire house, because if you can see Sebastian at on his side of the house, right? And you can see the lights on in the middle part of the house, and Katie or someone walking through the house and the lights going off, then you can see the entire house, because you can see the driveway, right? You just couldn't make it out. It's a silhouette, but you can see the entire house in that footage. Chris says someone walks up to the front door, camera would have caught it. But it's funny, he says it wouldn't have caught it if they were coming out. No, I disagree with him on that. It would catch whoever it was coming out of the house. Doesn't matter how dark it is. It is not based on how dark it is. It's based on motion. And let me tell you something, those cameras where they use like the infrared, and they also combine it with I forget another technology. And I showed you guys a video of this guy was using it in a building that was, he turned off all the lights, it had no windows, and it was pitch dark. Pitch dark. But guess what? As soon as those lights went out, the infrared came on and whatever the other technology, and you could see. You could see. Thank you, Yaya. Thank you, thank you. Really do appreciate it. And I heard it said it was usually my boys getting mad at their video game, throwing removed or falling off the bed in a tizzy. Perhaps, perhaps, could be. Could it be he was caught playing video games that night at 11:30? Don't know. But yeah, very true. Thank you for that. Summer's Army, thank you so much. Just because you scared my boss when you played the chicken. Sorry, boss. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Summer's Army is the sweetest. Thank you for being good to her. Thank you. Hey there, sweetie. This is what I thought, but I heard it said it's like law enforcement saying there was no scent Sebastian inside or outside the house. I don't know how there couldn't be a scent of him inside the house, inside the car. Me too, bees. Me too. Me too. I mean, you guys seen how the video, let me show you this. Hold on. Right. I mean, there's motion, right? And it's just picking up the lights moving in the back. Crispy Dandy. Oh, I like that name. When did the niece get dropped off? I feel like they never mentioned this, and that is a very good point. A very good point. And let me see if I can find that note of mine, because he said, they said, I believe it was right before they, I don't remember if it was after the arcade and BJ's or the grocery store, whatever grocery store, the wholesale place that they went to, and then they dropped them off before they went home, or they all went home, and then they supposedly someone went to I know Katie and Sebastian went to a neighbor's for, and this is what I want to know. Which neighbor? I just thought of that. Which neighbor did they go to? Because I've got a note somewhere of the neighbor saying that they came over for like 5 minutes. Justin, the laundry room is beside the dining room. Could that have been the window the shade was seen, since it is a single window? Fair point, Mohawk. Fair point. Fair point. I'm trying to see if I can. I've got a note here somewhere, but I have like literally 320 pages that I would. 12 and 6. He had basically vanished because it's qualifier. Okay. Okay, Melissa says right here, let me show you this. This wasn't the one I was going to show, and I'll see if I can still find it. But Melissa says, I was with him Sunday afternoon shopping. I took my sister and her daughter, plus my sister-in-law and Sebastian, shopping that afternoon. So I can tell you he was in a good mood. They were headed home to put away groceries when I saw him Sunday. So hold on a minute. Someone said they sent you an email that had an interview with a neighbor. Okay. So I'm reading something this is Katie on the question about the car in the Proudfoots now, and that friend is Lori. Oh. Okay, let me get back to this. Sorry. So didn't Katie supposed to pick up one of them? Yeah, truthfully, I agree. She said they met her mom at the bowling alley. Just might have slept more on the ground. No sin outside, inside or outside. Couldn't that possibly mean either he never made it home? No, there should be, regardless whether he made it home or not, there should be a scent of him in that house. And I don't think that we can say, I mean, I have not heard personally, Michelle, that there was not a scent inside. I don't know how there couldn't be a scent inside, to be honest. You know what I mean? Why law enforcement tore Sebastian's room apart and searched it more than 10 times. Uh, I don't know, but like they did Don and Candace that way too. So, right, Wist. Yes, she picked her up before bowling. So did Melissa take her home? But I thought I need to find that other one so we can figure it out. Yes, KP states in interview she picked up the niece. Thank you, Crispy. Thank you so much, my dear. Let me look through this 1 second. There was, wait a minute, the sister-in-law said she took them, but KP said she went to pick the niece up. I took my sister and her daughter plus my sister-in-law and Sebastian shopping that afternoon. Uh-huh. She's saying that she took them. I was with him, meaning Sebastian, Sunday afternoon shopping. I took my sister and her daughter plus my sister-in-law. That would be Katie, right? There are no the sister-in-laws, are they? My sister-in-law and Sebastian shopping that afternoon. So I can tell you, he was in a good mood. They were headed home. Well, no, it says they were headed home. She says, I took them. But then she says he was in a good mood. They were headed home to put groceries away. If you took them, that would mean you're driving. But if he was in a good mood and they were headed home, that means they were driving. She's saying she took all them shopping as maybe she paid for their stuff. I mean, I guess that's possible, but would she? Why would she pay for someone's groceries? Yes, you need a membership to shop at BJ's. You sure do. It's like Sam's Club. It's like Costco. Pamela, thank you, my dear. Appreciate you. Thank you for your support. Why grocery shopping with so many people? Don't know. That's a little strange. Let me see if I can find my other ones. This is where Melissa says, hey everyone, this is my nephew. He is high functioning verbal autistic. He walked out of the house in the middle of the night with his glasses, a small flashlight, and no shoes. We have been searching since 6:30 this morning. Sorry, 6:30 a.m. yesterday. They are searching the 10 miles around the house, but I'm worried that he may have got in the back seat of a car, fell asleep, and woke up after someone got to their job and got out of the car. ... It's possible. ... I'm trying to think outside of the box to help find him. It's so hard. You never know how kids think. Please keep a lookout. Thanks. I think that's an extremely bizarre thing. Hey Lee, good to see you, bud. I just think that's very bizarre. Um, this is a flashlight. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to find exactly what was said by the neighbor that seen that they came over to their house. Uh, one of the neighbors said they came over. Uh, bear with me. This might not be the folder. Okay, I don't think. The mother child does not predict. Because of threats. Give me once. I've got so many things here, guys. It's crazy. But I think that's very important to find because the neighbor said that they came over and I believe they give a time. Bear with me. Okay. This person. Here it is. Dara Nebel says, uh, yep, he was at my house for a few minutes on Sunday afternoon with his mom and cousin. So, according to this, how would Katie, Sebastian, and the cousin did the cousin something's wrong here. Either something's wrong or we're not understanding something. Did cousin stay the night that night? No. You get what I mean? Thank you so much, Chrissy. KP, we picked up my niece after getting a call. We picked up my niece after getting a call. Let's go back and watch that. That's what we'll do. Truth Sleuth, thank you, baby. Justin, 6:30 searching. Melissa was at the Proudfoots at that time. Wasn't CP and KP on the phone with law enforcement at that point? How would she even know yet? Yet alone be searching? Exactly. Exactly. How would they know? They have been searching. Remember, Katie calls Chris at what, 6:04? Okay. Someone says a timeline posted would be helpful. And the neighbor says, or I guess it's the neighbor. Yeah, if Dara's in here, please let us know. Yep, he was at my house for a few minutes on Sunday afternoon with his mom and his cousin. Someone says, thank you for sharing. Great to know this. Can you find the picture, please? Someone said, do you remember what he was wearing when he came by? Do you have cameras? He was at my house a few minutes on Sunday afternoon with his mom and cousin. Why does Katie not speak about this? About, you know, she doesn't speak about it. Right? They can send a text when the phone at some point they will come to a. So something is wrong here, or we're not understanding something. One. All right. Sixth. Okay, sorry. Yep, he was at my house for a few minutes on Sunday afternoon. All right, now let's go back to this. Let's go back to this. Bear with me. Take those off. Sorry guys, let me find it. All right. And then she says, hey, everyone, this is my nephew. He is high functioning verbal autistic. Do you, okay, can someone tell me the source of where someone saw the Bowerfoots, Mrs. Bowerfoot, down at the store at like 5:55 allegedly that morning? Does anyone know the source of that? I know I call them the Bowerfoots. Worshams, yeah. Does anyone know where that came from? My mind keeps coming back to the and with. So Chris's sister, hey everyone, my nephew, he is high functioning verbal. He walked out of the house in the middle of the night with glasses, a small flashlight, and no shoes. We have been searching. We have been searching since 6:30 a.m. yesterday. Allegedly, Ma Socks at Worshams at 5:50. Thank you for that. I've heard that, but I need to know where it came from. Like, I need to know where so I can make sure it's a real. What about Kendra? What about that? She also lied about the 10 mile. So I noticed that. Yeah, I didn't say anything, but it was a 5-mile search radius. A guy called into T-Revs and said they saw her there and had trail cameras, but PI followed up the guy and said it was his son and no cameras. Yeah, Maurice, it's a QX80, which we're getting ready to get into this in just a minute because there is some phones lines that were cut off or started. I still don't know. I think, but then there are some other things we need to know. Web sleuth Chloe interview. Yeah, but I don't know any. I mean, Bullhorn Betty doesn't know. She wouldn't know more than anyone else. You know what I mean? I would really want to source it then. Sorry, not sorry. But anyway, okay. Now, the one who sent me let me find out what it's called earlier. He sent me an email entitled is like bombshell or something like that. Could someone let me know it's a 45-minute interview or a 45-minute video, and I just need to know like what they were wanting me to show. All right. This is okay, the full dispatch. Worshams is in front of the high school, which is 0.9 miles from the Proudfoots. No scent on inside of house. News video of neighbors. So I'm getting a couple different things here. Church pick. This. Did someone text that to me? So maybe putting. Did you see? Did anyone this post in 3? It was the post of 3 pictures of someone possibly in water that was seen in a state. Asking the Proudfoots to take them down. I have not. Okay. Okay, this is J for Justice. Let me put her link in the description. Love J. J for Justice. And I'm going to drop it in the link or the chat as well. It will also be in the description for the replay crew. Give credit where credit is due. And it is also a credit needs to be given to, but this is March 2024.
Fire department. Earlier this morning, there were crews around Sebastian Rogers' home. A bloodhound was sniffing around the area, and a dive crew put on wetsuits with oxygen tanks. It's unclear why they returned to that area, though. We do know search crews moved their efforts west of the original search grid today. Yesterday, they focused on bodies of water, even draining a pond east of Sebastian's home.
Searching every day, every night, nonstop, 24 hours around the clock, it seems like. I know me personally, I have kids that are in elementary school and middle school. Every day we drive by the command center. My kindergartner says, "Mommy, have they found him?" And I say no. And she says, "It makes me sad, Mommy. He's probably really hungry." And I said, "I know, they're still looking." And it's a daily thing. So I can only hope for the best so that I can give her a positive outcome.
Neighbors are holding regular vigils for him.
We have had several clips that have come in. Several of them we've been able to dispel. That's not Sebastian on that clip. We are still working every lead that comes in. So as the video comes in, our detectives, we're working really well alongside the TBI and all of our other law enforcement partners in the region to make sure that we're getting on them just as quickly as possible.
Enforcement officials from Gallatin, White House, all over Sumner County, as well as the TWRA helping in this search. We've also been told by law enforcement that Sebastian Rogers' family is cooperating with officials.
Students at Sebastian's school are also
Okay, I think I've seen this
worried.
one.
Even strangers who live nearby say the situation has kept them up at night.
I see it's so many woods and so much water here in Hendersonville. It's so much water and so many woods. From like Glenbrook on, it's solid woods, and you're like, there's so many places.
Oh, this is
and
neighbor
then we
heaven.
passed by TW Hunter up here, and they had the new drain ditches laying out there. I thought, oh God, wonder if they searched them, you know? Wonder if they looked in there to see if maybe he was in one of them trying to stay warm, get the wind off of him. It's just too many places he could be, and it's scary.
Now, the one thing investigators did say they found were tracks leading away from Sebastian's home, but they say that lead fell up short. Now,
a young kid coming here Tuesday that wanted to tell us where Sebastian might be in regards to where he would like to go. So we talked to him, and he said, you know, they like streams. He liked being behind buildings or in buildings and small places and things like that. We've had teams come in from East Tennessee, specialized search teams and cave rescue, and they're going in every cave that is marked or that we're aware of. And you know, we've searched under the ground, in culverts. The city of Gallatin brought their camera truck out, and they hit all the culverts in the area, and we've cleared those. So we're just going to continue to expand and just keep pounding it out. We have people contact us and say, hey, we're available if you want us to come, and we vet that, and we pull the trigger on it. And
spoke with family and friends tonight at a prayer vigil, hoping to see a miracle.
Oh, I just don't understand how a child just disappears into thin air. I just don't get it.
Kenny Bird is talking
None of
about
us do.
15-year-old Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers.
Oh, I mean, it's just sad. These people are like my family. I mean, literally, they're like some of Sebastian's family members are my family. So I directly feel this completely.
So a culvert is like a drain, like a drain thing. How would you describe it, guys? Someone can probably describe it. No, I don't bash Seth or anything like that. I don't personally, I don't think he had anything to do with it.
Monday night, neighbors and church leaders spent hours praying for Sebastian to be found.
Okay, now there's something that I do want to show you that I was just sent. Supposedly, where they said Sebastian didn't get a scent inside. No, I haven't. Let's see what they say here.
Sumner County, still no signs, despite massive search. Good evening and welcome to News 2.
I'll say they're still treating this as if Sebastian
Let's
just
watch
got
this,
up
'cause it's
and
supposed to
walked
be
away from his
interesting.
house.
Haley, Bob, officials say there have been absolutely no signs of foul play and really no signs of Sebastian Rogers at all. No confirmed sightings of him on any surveillance camera or doorbell camera. And first responders haven't found any evidence in the woods or water or even his home, which they say they have searched 10 times. Now, today they focused on bodies of water around.
And yes, Seth is still technically a suspect. He absolutely is. He is still. And he says it. He's still a suspect. I mean, I don't think he's a suspect as far as physically doing it, because I don't think he couldn't have physically done anything. But technically, he is still a suspect. I don't believe he did anything at all. I think he's broken and hurt. That's me personally, but physically he could have not have done anything.
On
But
the
listen to
area
this.
because they say Sebastian is drawn to water. Investigators are also asking the community to search their properties and do so in pairs so they don't have to use resources to confirm a person walking around alone isn't Sebastian. People in the community say they've all been impacted by this situation. They add students at Sebastian's school are also worried. Even strangers who live nearby say the situation has kept them up at night, especially because of the terrain here.
I see it's so many woods and so much water here in Hendersonville. It's so much water and so many woods. From like Glenbrook on, it's solid woods. And you're like, there's so many places. And then we passed by T.W. Hunter up here, and they had the new drain ditches laying out there. I thought, oh God, wonder if they searched them, you know? Wonder if they looked in there to see if maybe he was in one of them trying to stay warm.
From what I understand, this is supposed to say that they didn't get a scent
Get the wind off of him.
in the house.
It's just too many places he could be, and it's scary.
Now, the one thing investigators did say they found were tracks leading away from Sebastian's home, but they say that lead fell up short. Now, it's unclear how
Tracks from
long
Sebastian.
they'll be out here tonight, but of course, we'll keep you updated once we know. Live in.
Where does it say the scent thing?
Will Guess News
What am
2's
I
Tori
missing?
Gessner is joining us live, and Tori walked away from his house.
Haley, Bob, officials say there have been absolutely no signs of foul play and really no signs of Sebastian Rogers at all. No confirmed sightings of him on any surveillance camera or doorbell camera. And first responders haven't found any evidence in the woods or water or even his home, which they say they have searched 10 times. Now, today they focused on bodies of water around the area because
I don't think that that doesn't say anything about scent. It just says they haven't found anything in the
they
home.
say Sebastian is drawn to water. Investigators are also asking the community to search their properties and do so in pairs so they don't have to use resources to confirm a person walking around alone isn't Sebastian. People in the community say they've all been impacted by this situation. They add students at Sebastian's school are also worried. Even strangers who live nearby say the situation has kept them.
You're welcome, Carol. I think a lot of people, some people, they don't really know how to do like the thumbs up once they're in chat. And so you just got to hit that little X and then hit the thumbs up and then just hit chat again. So I think that's why a lot of people don't hit
up
the
at
thumbs
night, especially because of the terrain
You're
here.
welcome.
I see it's so many woods and so much water here in Hendersonville. It's so much water and so many woods. From like Glenbrook on, it's solid woods. And you're like, there's so many places. And then we passed by T.W. Hunter up here, and they had the new drain ditches laying out there. I thought, oh God, wonder if they searched them, you know? Wonder if they looked in there to see if maybe he was in one of them trying to stay warm, get the wind off of him. It's just too many places he could be, and it's scary.
Now, the one thing investigators did say they found were tracks leading away from Sebastian's home, but they say that lead fell up short. Now, it's unclear how long they'll be out here.
I wonder if it wasn't tracks. I wonder, make sure that's the real Seth. Okay, that's the real Seth. Hey, Seth. I'm gonna make you a mod so that way I know it's when it's really you or not. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna move on to what we'll do is we'll go over, we need to find out what it, oh no, I need to show chat. We'll come back to that. We'll come back to that because I set this here, so I want to talk about this. Bear with me 1 second so I can take this banner off. All right. So we've got some information. And Seth, I can show you, I can email this to you as well. The actual documents, I can't show them on line because it's against, I'm not allowed to. Okay. But this is what I can say. Let me pop it over here. Chris has, and by the way, last night, Seth was saying that Sebastian was on Chris and Katie's plan, right? So was on Chris and Katie's plan. Now on 10/1/2022, it appears, the thing that I'm having trouble with this report, it doesn't say whether this is a new line or it's, see, I need to fix this. Okay. And I need to take this off so I don't confuse anyone. Because I believe, from what I've been told by a PI, a legitimate licensed PI, that these are most likely when they were potentially shut off. But again, I can't be 100% each way. I can't be 100% sure each way, but it's interesting to me. 10/1/2022, Chris either got a phone line or the phone was turned off on September 1st, 2022. And a new residential phone on 11/9/23. So that would be right, just last year, November 9th, 2023. For 18, hold on, I just got some. Okay. For 18/23, April 18th of 23, and I've got new cell there, but again, I think that it could be a new cell phone or it may be the day it was off. Again, I don't know. But what is really interesting to me is February 6th of 2024. February 6th, 2024. Now, if there's someone being, I don't know who's being unruly in chat, but if someone is being unruly in chat, I don't see it. I just know something's going on. Please warn them kindly, mods, and then if that doesn't work, then you'll just have to block them. We're not an echo chamber here. I don't expect everyone to see the same way, but do it with some class. We're grown adults and we can agree to disagree, but that's the problem on here. If you don't believe like me, well, you're the enemy. No. If we're all in this together and finding Sebastian, it's okay to differ about things, but you don't got to be, rude about it. People's passionate. I get it. I'm passionate about this because We all want Sebastian found. But whatever happened to Sebastian in February, the night of the 25th into the 26th, has already happened to Sebastian. And what that is, we differ on. I get it. But what has already happened, none of us know. So if someone says they know what happened to Sebastian, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND, because we've all been looking for over 4 months now. And that's exactly right. Disagreeing helps solidify theories, if you can poke hole in a theory or whatever. But that's all we need. That's all we need. So, all right. Okay, so this is the point I'm trying to make here. Katie, because it says Katie, on 2/6/24, February 6th of 2024, there is either a landline that is started or stopped on 2/6/24. Also, Kathy, there is two cell phones on 2/6/24 that is either started or stopped. I believe, I don't know, I don't want to say, but they're either started or stopped. Okay, I'll check it. 1 second. Now, what day did Chris say was the last time he was in, Hendersonville with his family? There's other lines. Seth. I'm just pointing these two out, or three out technically, because of the dates. Chris said the last time I was, at the house, he was in Memphis until, he says, the morning Sebastian disappeared. Why? Is that a coincidence that Katie gets a landline or turns off a landline? I don't know. And is it a coincidence that Kathy, two cell phones on the 6th? Was it really the 5th or was it really the 6th for Chris? Was something going on in the house? Were they fighting? Did one of them say, I'm cutting your cell phones off and I'm moving to Memphis to stay there for a while? See you when I see you? Now, most security systems need a landline as well. most security systems need a landline. But is that a coincidence that the day or the day after that Chris allegedly leaves, there's a landline and there's 2 cell phones? Now, VOIP. VOIP. All right. VOIP stands for Voice over Internet Protocol. It is a technology that allows you to make voice calls using broadband internet connection instead of a regular or analog phone line. And if power goes out for any extended period of time, landlines are the way to go. Absolutely. 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 Now, we know, I believe Brinks was at Chris and Katie's house shortly after Sebastian went missing. I guess they were installing, correct me if I'm wrong, a alarm service there. But VOIP, sorry, I'm getting some text. My computer is going down trying to hear is the, okay. Sorry, I was playing something. VOIP stands for, let me pop this up here so you guys can see it. Trying to make this. And the Proudfoots have some VOIP numbers, which is interesting to me. Right? Yeah, your landline should stay on if your power's off, as long as it's not connected to, as long as it's like an old type of phone that you don't need to plug in. Like, I mean, if it has batteries, you know, that's different. But, so, you know, like the virtual, what do they call them? Virtual secretaries. Yes, 2624 was on a Tuesday. Yep. The virtual secretaries. Sorry. Hey, I'm old. I'm old. Rotary phones don't go out. I don't think they look. Do rotary phones? I don't think they work anymore. Do they? You hand a kid a rotary phone these days, and they're like, "What the hell's that?" Right? What the hell's that? But there are the Proudfoots have VOIPs numbers. I'll say allegedly in their names. It shows that they do. And so do the Bowerfoots. Rotary phones and push buttons still work. I didn't think rotary phones did. I thought they wouldn't do it anymore. Right? Okay. So it's a voice over internet protocol. It's a technology that allows you to make voice calls over a broadband internet connection instead of an analog regular phone line. Some VoIPs services allow you to call people using the same service, but others may allow you to call anyone. They can have a telephone number, including local, long distance, mobile, or international numbers. Some VoIP services only work over your computer or a special VoIP phone, while other services allow you to use traditional phone connected to a VoIP address. So this is what it is basically. Correct. They're a type of one. Yes, Amy Jo. Google Voice and Skypes are VoIPs. Ironically, Chris was so irate with Chloe for only giving him her Google Voice number, the audacity, right? When he has them himself. So, Magic Jack was one of the first. Yes. So it is this either software or you can have like a box, right? Kind of like Google Messenger. Yes. But a lot of times for like the business ones, you'll get like a box and you'll hook it up to your internet, wherever your internet is, right? And it can be used and it'll be calling, say for instance, the call will go to, you can have it, the call go to your house, but then you can also have that call with the service forwarded to your cell phone, but it will show you that it is calling your phone number, but it's almost like a call forwarding, right? So let's say Seth gave us a number. We're calling his house, but he didn't want us to have another number that he has, right? So Seth gave us one number and one number only. Didn't want us to have another number, but he can't be available at his home phone. That service will call his home phone and it will forward the service. It will forward that call, rather. The service provider or whoever you're doing it through will forward that call to Seth, for instance, to another telephone number, right? So it's actually calling his home, and then it can be a great way to avoid long distance. But then also what you can do is you can have a VPN on, I'm just using Seth as an example, which, he could have a VPN on that phone. We know where Seth was the night Sebastian went missing. He was at work. He was literally in a jail working. But you could use a VPN, and it could say you are in Timbuktu. You can, but it's going to look like that phone that we called, the original phone number, is going to look like it called his house. His house. So there's that. What did Mohawk say? Why don't I see Mohawk? Give me a second. Hey, Grace. Oh, so Chris can be at home on a 3-hour call and says he's at work. I mean, what? I mean, technically, yes, especially if he's got a VPN on. But, you know, I don't know what caused, and if, what caused Chris to have conflict in his work. Remember, he said his job was up in the air. Was it that he clocked in at 7 o'clock? Perhaps. Or was it that no one was, that he may have not been there at 7 o'clock and he came a little earlier or a little later, rather? I don't know, because we have had no one to verify that I'm aware of where he was. Now, there is, what's a guy's name? I've got his text that said he was allegedly there at 7 a.m. He clocked in at 7 a.m. and they told him to leave at, I think it was around 10 o'clock. He was definitely not at a crane at 6 o'clock in the morning, no. So there's that. Once, where was that? Yes, surely. But the thing is you have to do it through a VOIP style, and then you have to have a VPN, like a ghost phone. Yes. Like a ghost phone. Well, I know that there was an alleged employee. I've got it here somewhere that it says, I can tell you for a fact that Chris was here at 7 o'clock in the morning and he was acting so erratically, and maybe it was his boss, that I had to tell him to leave. Now, that could have been someone that he worked with. It could have been a boss, or it could have been anyone. I don't, people put a lot of things. Like someone put recently that they were Chris's cousin and they told him to pay, Chris allegedly gave him $500 to I don't believe that. Right? I don't believe that that was Chris's cousin. That sounds like BS to me. So I don't know if that person, I've got the text somewhere, but I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I really don't know if that happened. Kathy Davis, thank you so very much, my dear, for becoming a pearl. Welcome to the family. Pearls look amazing on you, darling. Thank you so much. Whistle while you lurk. 3 months, my dear. I love you too, my dear. You are so precious. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate it. So we do know that yeah, someone sent me that. Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, I've went over this, but I will show you this. Because someone sent it to me and I feel like I need to show it. So that is one way, in my opinion, things could have been switched around. And it is not, and I want to make it clear that it is not just one VOIP type of number that they have from the the Proudfoots to the foot socks. So, and this is something Nick Barris said. Do authorities have a potential suspect in mind? I'm told yes, and that nobody has been cleared. But the simple fact is, there's nothing to link anyone to Sebastian's disappearance. His father, stepfather, and mother all continue to cooperate. And that is, that is true. So, I know a lot of people don't care for Nick. I know a lot of people do. But one thing I do believe is that he has some sources very close to his, the law enforcement. And they probably, I'm sure that they trust him. They're not, you never tell your sources. You never, ever tell your sources at all. Right? Sorry, just give me 1 second. Loris, I don't know what that means. Bear with me, guys. I am working at St. Jude CP. Yes, it was Thomas. Thomas. Okay. Trude Sleuth, thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you. Justin, you are the leader for the pact again. Good job. Thank you so much. Keep up the great work and keep keeping all of us on target. Thank you so much. Thank you, my dear. It's very kind of you. Not all YouTubers are bad. Of course, not all YouTubers are bad. Of course not. Soldier Girl, if you are somebody that will stand on your word, you will take the hit and never reveal your sources. Ever. Ever. You never reveal your sources because you want people to always come to you in confidence, right? So thank you guys. You are very sweet. Very sweet. Someone sent me, which I was going to try to pull up, but I don't have to now. So Thomas, this is allegedly someone, pardon me. I am working at St. Jude's. CP was operating the crane for us February 26th. I had issues with his performance and his attitude and demeanor all morning. So bad that I had to request for him to be removed. Justin, if this was used to device. This could possibly show premeditation. They potentially. Now, again, I don't know. Let's stop and sit down. Well, should the public be aware that there's a child abductor in the area? If it isn't you, it could be anyone. And if there are in danger to society kidnapping children, the public should know that this is where I refer you back to law enforcement, Chris says. I am not going to put out speculation and say something I have no knowledge at this time. Okay. That's all adds up. Do you have security cameras or not? Both were said. I am not volunteering information up about my house and security. That makes sense. Were you at home Sunday night? He says no. He says no. Now, for Chris to I would like to know why they would why they want to know and want to have more or they're asking for Sunday afternoon and Sunday evening and even into Saturday. Why? Because Sebastian didn't actually allegedly go missing until when was it? After midnight. Was he home Monday morning? I don't think he could have been there Monday morning. Justin, the same person claimed to remove Chris at 11:30, and for Chris to get there just after 1:30, that's only 1.5-hour drive that distance. See, it makes me wonder if there's no work on Sunday. And from what I understand, according to people in the neighborhood that I have talked to, and just Chris himself saying this, is that Chris would come home during the weekends, not necessarily every weekend, but or he would come home, mainly almost every weekend, I would suppose, to do jobs around the house. I really think Katie went to probably Sam's Club or BJ's every weekend and did her grocery shopping. And in my opinion, she grocery shopped for Chris too and sent him on his way back to Memphis. Now, things were getting rough there, allegedly, between their marriage. But, I think she, he came home during the weekend to, pardon me for saying this, but to F him and feed him and send him on his way. I think that's pretty much what it was. Allegedly. And I think she went to Sam's Club or wherever and got his snacks that he liked and sent him on his way. I mean, that's what we do. Same as when Nina thought he was in California. Very good point, Mohawk. When he was inside Kathy's house the day she was served. Yep. Yes, she offered her taco pretty much. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Yes. Allegedly. Okay. Yeah, I did see. I'm not going to show it, but I did see the photo of Katie with a child at church. I don't know about spaghetti taco. I got what you're saying. Yeah. You just threw up in your mouth? I digress. Someone's supposed to send me something. Oh. What is this? There's someone who sent me the Sebastian Rogers search from JLR. Do you know what am I looking at there? It's with Seth. I don't understand. I apologize. All right, let me see something here. Great sign. Okay. Now, this is with the transcript. It goes to credit goes to missing in plain sight. Funnel cakes, funnel cakes, funnel cakes, funnel cakes. Funnel cakes. Let me drop this here. Hidden in plain sight. Credit goes to them. And I will drop their link in the description as well. All right, I want to play this for you. Oh, quiet. Where is he talking from? Okay, sorry. Shut up. 1 second. All right. I need to show y'all. Missing in plain sight. Sorry, missing in plain sight it comes from. Deep fried Snickers. This is
Freezer. Missing juvenile, 1008 Stafford Court, 1008 Stafford Court, Hendersonville. Caller advised this morning they woke up and their 15-year-old male is not in the bed. We are white male, 3 blonde hair, approximately 5 foot, 120 pounds. I was going to be wearing a black sweatshirt, black sweatpants. Female does have a form of autism. This is the first time it happened. I was going to be in the home before midnight. All the doors are locked at this time.
10-4 in a row. 10-4 in a row.
Hello, Central. Hello, go ahead.
There's something about dispatch. Chris was on. 3 minutes. Nashville. Okay. Nashville says 3 minutes. It gives when you hear that dispatch, doesn't it give you a form of I don't know if it's anxiety, but it just seems it's real when you hear that. I don't know. It's so 3 minutes. Okay. We're almost there. 3 minutes.
Hey, Jenkins, he's on for 63 Central. 837? I'll be 10-6 at Cairo. Well, we're going north.
On the second one?
47. 63 Central.
837.
OE 106 at Cairo.
Well, we're going north on Stafford.
47. Code Red has them on. Code Red has them on.
Window open Animal Farm near Happy Hollow, Center Point area.
Go ahead. Next big track back up, going into the construction site over here, back towards the beach.
I'm behind you. It's awful muddy. Do you see any footprints, anything? You shouldn't have any shoes on.
Negative, this is all dry, hard packed.
Out of Stafford Court.
LT, we're now headed back south towards the cemetery on the far end of the construction site.
Simple, I can see you.
I do have some footprints over here.
Right there where you're standing?
Yeah, leading right over here to the retaining pond.
No shoes, just footprints?
My shoes, that Max went straight into the pond. He literally dove into it.
12 DMA want you direct. Hey, repeat that, Rice. Let me make sure he...
Max led me straight to the retaining pond.
Hey, Nashville.
Over behind Willow.
Hey, Nashville. Did you email me 2 different ones? This one at 3 minutes.
Cairo.
Well, we're going north on Stafford.
47. Code Red has them on. Code Red has them on.
Window open Animal Farm near
has them on. Code Red has them on.
Window open Animal Farm.
Code Red. Hey, Reno. Code Red has the mom north on Stafford. Is that the part you was wanting to point out, Nashville? North on Stafford or?
North. Well, we're going north on Stafford.
47. Code Red has them on. Code Red has them on.
Window open Animal Farm near Happy Hollow, Center Point area.
Go ahead. Next big track back up, going into the construction site over here, back towards the beach.
Simple, I'm behind you.
Thank you,
Awful
Pamela.
muddy.
What a
Do you see
good
any
compliment.
footprints, anything? You shouldn't have any shoes on.
Negative, this is all dry, hard packed.
That's what we should be here for is, that's what we should be here is, to learn a little bit.
LT, we're now
and-
headed back south towards the
Hold on.
cemetery on the
What
far
am
end
I
of the
doing?
construction site.
Why is there 2? Oh, I've got 2 of them up. That's the reason. That's what we should be here, is learning and trying to find things out, right? People can just sit here and say, well, I think this happened. Well, I think that happened. Okay, but why do you think it happened? Let's work through why we think it happened. Could it have happened? Because thinking it and could it are 2 different things. This is where they're on the ground searching and saying no shoes, no footprints. Dog jumps in. Oh, okay. And by the way, when a dog jumps in the water, that doesn't mean that there's a hit. They either sit down or they lay down.
Get back south towards the cemetery on the far end of the construction site.
Simple, I can see you.
I do have some footprints over here.
Okay.
Right there where you're standing?
Yeah, leading right over here to the retaining pond.
Listen
No
to this.
shoes, just footprints?
My shoes, that Max went straight into the pond. He literally dove into it.
12 DMA want you direct. Hey, repeat that, Rice. Let me make sure he...
Max led me straight to the retaining pond. Over behind Willow Boulevard, he dove right into the water.
Do you see any prints around it?
There's a few footprints in some of the softer dirt. Headed straight this way on the track that he was running.
1247, what size shoe does he wear? Size 10, 25 Central.
That's 2 Stafford Court. Go ahead. Do we have a picture yet? That's important. Can you send it to me, please?
See, they didn't have a picture even at this point. Not even a picture.
22 Central, yeah. Stafford Court call. Where the riprap is, where the trees are, 25 feet maybe out in toward the middle. 2 to me 1. 2 to me 1. Hey guys.
Yes.
The construction zone, there's another pond. There's somebody standing in the woods. It looks like a person. It is a person, we know, but there's another pond. He's standing back there by himself. Past the construction zone.
That's a
in the same
mannequin.
area back there. Is that to the north of us? Yeah, the north end of it, yeah. Where they're working on the machinery at, go straight back. There's another pond back there, but there's a person in the woods by that pond. Past the house on the other side of the tree line. Going back toward the beach or going on the back side? Yeah, on the back side, and he's not moving. He's just standing there by himself in the woods. It's Hendersonville 517. I'm on the northeast corner in the cemetery across the tree line. Am I close? No, the back side. Nikki, if you can, do you have anybody there with you that can drop a what 3 words location? Stand by. Let me see if I can find it on my map. I got my drone grounded for the moment, and I'll see if I can do it. Target's over. 1 to 2. I'm in my truck going up the corner. Can you see us? Man, hold up. I'm going to jump in and you. 2, there's 4 of us on foot coming across the yard. Start directions. 19's on the scene. Everybody's on the ATV right there in that field. Drive straight to the woods. Straight in, straight in. Keep going like you're going. Keep going. Go left, go left. Just come back, you passed it. Look at this slow us on foot on the other side. Pick us up and tell us which way to go. Yeah, we only have 1 drone. We don't want to get off the target. And we got somebody close to it. All right, somebody's walking straight to it right there. So walk. There's 2 people right there. Walk like you're going. Walk like you're going. Straight. Into the woods. You should be about 15 foot from it. What's the child's first name? She'll be all over it, whatever it is right there. The 2 people walking the woods. It's a mannequin. Sorry, guys. Look just like a person from the air. Hendersonville 66. Hendersonville 66. What's the name of the child that we're looking for? First name is Sebastian. I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
To be fair, you don't expect a mannequin in the woods in a barn.
We have a last known physical description. Hey, clothing. Last clothing description was black sweatpants with a white stripe, black long sleeve T-shirt with a print. Just one thing. T3 Central back to service. Nikki, how many drones do y'all have up? 1 at the moment. I've got mine grounded so I can get Sartopo up. I'll be back in the area momentarily. 10-4. Central on scene. Put 2 out here with me. Bryce, call me, please. Tim, who's at the residence? I just got back here. 10-4. Has anybody been there since the initial? There's a whole bunch of people here now. In the long house. 12 to 55. 12 to 55. Yes, sir. Can you help me listen to the radio on the north end until we wrap this up, please? Yes, sir. Brandon, you've got Hendersonville Mountain Patrol coming up there, and Joe's sending some more cars if y'all want. If we can start from the beginning in the original house and set up a new plan up there. 10-4, that's what we're doing now, sir. Thank you. 63 Central Clear, false call. Oh, yes, a neighbor advised that he's found the child under his son's car, which is across the street, 2 doors up. So be sure and search under cars and under things. Go ahead. Who do you want to go with this other canine search and rescue? 10-4. There's Ken. HFG down here at the end of the road. I'm going to direct him to the pond. 12. Go ahead. I just talked to the GC, the construction back here. He's going to start getting the word out to all his crews that are out here working. 10-4, thank you. He's going to have them check all their current under construction sites that they're working on, and then report back. 10-4 is associated with 1008 staff report. Supposed to be coming back to a 1008 staff report so we can get a game plan and reconvene. Hey, Target, can you put a drone right over top of this trash can, this dumpster, see if there's anything in it? 12. All the buildings up here are clear. 10-4. We'll come back to 1008. We're going to put people in groups. Send up. 10-4. 16 Central. In service with East 12. 12 Central. 16 will be Control Supervisor. I'll be Team Commander at 1008.
We're joining you with breaking news from Ferguson, Missouri. Tonight.
All right. So they did find someone's remains in Corpus Christi, unconfirmed if it is Caleb Harris at this time. I pray to God that something is going. I'm trying to look here and just trying to see if there's anything going on here. So I don't know the area that they are at. So, but anywho, Justin, do you know anything about the man seen in the Ring camera the night Sebastian went missing? The man seen on the Ring camera. I have not heard anything about that. But any unconfirmed is good, but any remains is bad. I mean, the thing about it is, if it is Caleb Harris, you wouldn't be able to tell at this point, right? And I think that it's pretty. I don't think Caleb Harris is alive, right? From New Braunfels to it's about 3 hours, I believe, Mex Chica. Isn't that about right? About 3 hours, maybe 4. Coroner there and police have blocked the road to traffic. Okay. Yeah, I think it'll be, and I think the area is right by his apartment. He was right by his apartment. He was right by his apartment. Like, how far from his apartment? That is crazy. Regardless, that man, but it did happen across the street. Like the ditch he was last seen at, but on the other side. Could someone have moved him back? Dare to say? They had searched all over there. Yeah, I can hear it. Let me play this right here. Here's a live thing. We'll watch it. 1 second. I've got it right here. Where they're at. I found a live feed.
That canal that he took a picture of, that's what they call, that's not a sewer. That's just a canal for flooding. All this residential, I just ain't got time for it right now. I usually try to entertain the clowns because they make it it's like a circus sometimes. And it's very entertaining, but right now it's just not even entertaining. Candace Loosemore, well, thank your husband for being out here, putting his safety on the line to retrieve the human remains.
Hold on one second.
I need some water. You ain't got no water on you? It's hot out here. I'm back. All right, I need to get some water. Now that I have to get off the live, someone needs to bring me a cold water. I'll let you know as soon as they retrieve the body. We're getting some first-hand information on the scene. Okay, thank you. So from what I'm being told is that there may have been a
He's the only one
discovery
live
before
there
this
right
day.
now.
Okay, let's just put it that way.
He's the only one
There
live
was
there.
a possible discovery of, I'm not sure, some type of,
How can it be so close?
yeah, there was some type of body part nearby in the ditch area. But they found him in the pump station. Okay. So I'm just going to leave that there because you know how people can take off with something, some certain information. So I'm not going to.
A pump station?
I do know that for a fact that
Like, is
it
there
was
pumps there?
reported what they found 4 days ago. Okay.
Rhonda, is that close to New Braunfels? Shirts?
So inside this pump station, get this, okay? They are 17 feet deep right now trying to recover the remains in pure wastewater, pure sewer water. Okay? So it's not easy retrieving a body or human remains if you have to go down 17 feet to recover it. And the gas that's inside that area where wastewater is located. Remember, when you flush the toilet after using the restroom, that becomes very toxic after a while, and it has to go somewhere, right? So the gas inside this pump station is so strong that it can make a grown, healthy man pass out. Okay? I mean, you can just fall out just from getting a whiff of what's in there. Okay? So do you think Caleb Harris walked in there and just, I mean, because he's the only one that's missing that I know of. I mean, there's other people missing, but it's been years.
Guys.
This is fresh. This is human remains. Usually you go down that far.
Could someone have put him in there?
missing. I mean, it's going to be tough. Just due to the decomposition. It's supposed to no, but he didn't get in through here
That's what I mean. Put him in there.
that I know of. I don't know.
That's
I don't
crazy.
think he came through here. I
Something
think
went-
the water pushed him through the sewer system here.
Roommates?
He might have fell down a manhole.
Someone around there?
And a manhole is our sewer line. You see those little metal plates that are in the middle of the street, and you have to pick them up with a bar because they are so heavy to pick up. Okay, that's a manhole. That's a sewer line, and the sewer lines go directly to the pump station, so that the wastewater can be pumped back to the wastewater treatment plant. Caleb I'm sorry, this individual, right, that's been found today is not. Hold on, let me get some water. You know, we also have other missing people as well. Okay. We have other people, but they've been missing for years. Could it be one of those missing people?
The dog never went missing with him. No, the dog.
Or could
was
it be Caleb
returned back
Harris?
home.
We're literally one block away. I'll let you decide.
1 block
We're
away.
literally 1 block away. Less than a block away. Actually, you're half a block away from the pump station to the cottages where Texas A&M missing student Caleb Harris was last seen. His last photo was this ditch area here.
I miss Texas. I love Texas.
Oh, this is the manhole. This is the manhole right here, guys. Look, you see that? This is a manhole. That's a manhole.
Exactly.
Do you think Caleb went in there by himself? Do you think any of the missing people went in there?
Oh my God.
Here's another
That
manhole.
is crazy.
Here's another manhole right here. That's a manhole. Yeah. This one's open. Well, very little. That's a manhole. That's the sewer line. This is not the sewer line. This is a waste. This is a
Look at that.
drainage ditch. That's for the flooding waters. That's a manhole right there. Okay. The other side, and it's right next to the ditch. To the field. So, did he go in there by himself? I doubt it. Yeah, it's a lot. So, with those manhole covers, they're pretty heavy. Okay, now we got the Texas Rangers here on the scene. Okay.
I love Texas.
All right.
What is it?
We're right behind this boat area. Okay. This boat is where they sail boats. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's where they sail boats. Do you know what?
We don't know if it's Caleb.
Location is. I'm not sure what that location is, and we're not gonna name them. But there's a boat where you could buy a boat. Could Caleb Harris been walking down this trail here? May have saw something. They could have saw him. Caleb could have saw somebody doing something bad over here at this boat place, and they did something bad to him, and maybe put him in one of these manholes. Yeah, it's a okay. That's a Yamaha boating center, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
I mean, you're talking about possible foul play,
Oh,
and I
Serenity.
think it is foul play, but I don't know.
I mean, I'm wondering about people in that apartment complex, the roommates. Remains were found in Corpus Christi. It could be Caleb Harris. Thank you for that, Serenity. Nina said they did not search there. It was private property owned by the city. I heard that she possibly searched there, but I don't know. Texas loves you just I love Texas. I love Texas. Um so got family in Texas.
I've been saying this from the very beginning that there was foul play involved. You someone as strong as Caleb and as young as and healthy as he was, you don't just and look now they blocked us. Ah, it's all right. That's okay. We understand. Okay, and
I might be
we
I
want to
might
be
be there
respectful.
in soon. You never know. 1 block away, YouTuber. 1 block away.
We're on Lexington.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we're on Lexington.
Hey guys, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to drop the link for Facebook there. If y'all want to go watch over there. I have to come back later tonight, and I will be live later tonight. We're going to be covering Michael Monkey Vaughn here in a little bit. I got one for that thing. I need to switch some stuff around. We'll be covering Michael Monkey Vaughn here in a little bit, and I have some things I have to do. Caleb was an outdoorsman. I don't see him falling unless he saw something that was there with fog. Could have, I don't know. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see and go from there. But I will be back. It's 8:30 now. I'll be back by 10:30, 11 o'clock Eastern time. Thank you, Christina. Thank you. Here we go. Thank you, Michelle. Everyone. Love you all. Appreciate you. I will be back in a couple hours. Have to do a couple things, and then I'll be back. Thank you, guys. Love you. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Bye bye.